This is the Dr. Paul Show, a woman's personal guide to understanding men. And now, here's Dr. Paul.
Hi, this is Dr. Paul. This is the Dr. Paul Show. Welcome aboard. Brides, foreign brides for men. We've all seen that. Men marry foreign brides and bring them to the United States from Russia, Eastern Europe, from Southeast Asia, from China, all over the world, because many people, South America, because many people want to come to the United States. Well, we know that, don't we? I've been talking to a number of women in seminars recently, and guess what I discovered? As soon as you hit 40, you panic. Not necessarily a good thing, but that's how it is, because we know that men out there like people who are women under 40. Unfortunately, that happens. And by the time you hit 45, it's absolutely unequivocally over, right? And 50, don't even talk about it. Now, why don't we turn the tables, ladies? Why are there not husbands from foreign countries online? Why would you not find somebody who would like to come to America, would be very appreciative, and do the very same thing? I simply have not seen it. Now, I could be wrong, but I have not seen that scenario. Unfortunately, and where can I meet men? What do I need to do? Dr. Paul, please help us. And I'm talking about 30-some plus women in the room, all of whom were at least close to or over 40. And they were panicked. And why? Because they were thinking about going to Thailand to have cosmetic surgery, implants, whatever it was. They are in a panic mode, and they want to change their appearance. They feel that's what it's all about. And that may be an issue. That may be a factor. But guess what? It's not the only factor. It still goes back to that male who is looking at that 20-year-old, maybe even early 30s. You hit 35, done, it's over. They're going down this way. They're not going this way. How many men do you see out there with trophy wives? Now, they talk about cougars, but I'm not talking about cougars. This is the older woman who's seeking the younger man? Not necessarily. I'm talking about the woman who really, truly doesn't want to be alone for the rest of her life, and what does she do? Well, she tends to start to party. She got divorced maybe 30, 35, and hey, it's party time, and all of a sudden, she's 40, and worse than that, she's 45. And the availability of the type of person that she wants to meet is no longer so available. They're no longer around. And then they start to compromise to get not what they want, but what they can get. And then they start getting into the menopause phase, and they're packing on a few pounds, and oh boy, it's worse, and it gets worse. It affects their feelings. It affects their thinking. Stop. Find a different approach. Now, I can hear your friends saying, oh, you shouldn't do that. Remember the S-H-O-U-L-D word, should? No, don't let them do that to you. Don't let them S-H-O-U-L-D should on you, all right? Because this is not what you need. Try something different. It's just like when we talked about the lady who had looked to find a husband. She gave it 12 months. She got a gown. She had the bridesmaids. She had it all set. Went on Dr. Phil's show, and they skewered her, just absolutely, just made her look awful. And I challenged that. I said, no, that's not fair. She tried something different. I respect that. So let's try something different. Now, let me give you some ground rules. If you marry somebody from another country and bring them to this country on a visa, a marriage visa, then they do become married to you. You've got 90 days to make up your mind with them. If you don't make up your mind in 90 days, bam, they're gone. Okay, they're out of here. They can't overstay that 90-day visa. The key is that you marry them in the process. And you have to have pictures of them. You need to really see the person, go to the other country. You can do it online. These things are all issues. You really have to look at the details. If you are approached, and many women are, and men too, saying, look, I'll give you $20,000 if you marry me. Bad idea. Why? Because you could be fined $250,000 for offering that. Okay? That is not an option. On the other hand, if you decide, I think it might be interesting, I think I might like to meet somebody from Estonia or Latvia or Russia, and maybe I'd like to get to know that person better and do it online and marry that person, fine. A friend of mine married a lady from Russia. She's an attorney. She had 2 children. They've been married to now about 8 years, and they've been very happy. Perfect. And it can go the other way, and that's what I'm saying. I really feel that women need to take the initiative. When I go to seminars, and actually I've seen women weep this last seminar. They're weeping. They're very uptight. What am I going to do? I can't seem to get the man I want. Where do I go? And it seems like men have all the advantages, and in a way they do, because there are more women out there than men, number one. One lady said, you're going to love this. She said, Dr. Paul, finding a man is like trying to find a parking space. And I said, what? Yeah. She said, the good ones are taken, the rest are handicapped. Okay, I guess I can go along with that. Mike, does that sound about right to you?
That's a unique look at, I never thought about dating and, parking my car, but...
Well, apparently she was pretty bitter. I think she had hit the point of cynicism that there was no return for. So I agreed with her. I said, what could I say? I said, okay, you have really worked on this. You have even contrived an example, and maybe you're right. Maybe that's the case. So what are you going to do about it? And these women were sitting there, and I said, look, let's turn this around. And one woman said, well, men can go online and meet women from other countries, and they do, and they bring them here and marry them. I'm sick of that. Really angry about it. So, well, hey, you know what? It's a two-way street. You can do the same thing. Go online. There have to be sites out there. If they're not, Mike, I think we need to go into business. Foreignhusbands.com or something. You want to do that, Mike?
Hey, as long as I make cash at it. No,
they're going to use credit cards, Mike. Cash. See how you are?
Fine. PayPal.
All right, good. The point is that it's possible. Don't stop. Okay? Don't stop. I think I told you about Winston Churchill's most famous speech. Cambridge University, last speech he gave, got on his crutches, got up, looked at the audience, and this is one tough guy, right? He said, never quit. Never. And he sat down. He got a standing ovation. And the same thing is true for you. It's just hitting home right now. And seemingly we're getting a lot of these emails from women who are saying, I just can't find anybody. What do I do, Dr. Paul? I've watched your show. Some have done what I've suggested. Go to various charities and work with them and find people of that caliber. Many charities have singles organizations within that charity in order to develop the people who, will go there and work with them. The American Cancer Society had that for years. They may still. I have no idea. But I'm looking at this from a different angle. I'm looking at outside the box, okay? You need to find a man who is from a different country, who is perfectly capable, probably pretty good looking too, right? May be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. Most of them know English. The countries I've been to, I cannot think of a country where I have been. Of course, I've been to Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, all over Europe. The language, I remember one day in Thailand, one person was obviously speaking Farsi and the other was speaking Thai, and they says, English, okay. And I looked, and then they started talking English. Not the greatest English in the world, but they were communicating, and that's all that's important, right? So everyone has a very good working knowledge of English. You know why? If you look at the American dollar, guess what language is printed on it? That's right, it's English, and everybody wants that American dollar, right? So that's why they like to know English. All right, fine. So you're going to find people out there who speak English, if not their first language, oftentimes their second language, and they do it very well. All right, that's the point. The point is you are not lost. It is not over. If you really want to find somebody, you can chase all the lounge lizards and players you want at the bars, and guess what? You're going to be like a gerbil running in the loop. And year after year after year, you're going to continue doing the same thing, and all of a sudden you're 55 years old and say, what happened? Why can't I find anybody? And then you start to compromise and settle for what you wouldn't look at 5 years ago, but you'll take them now. You're better off with an older person who's been through all of the alimony and the child support and college for the kids, who is stable and comfortable, than to be with somebody who's just a born-again loser, a guy out there who is the dregs. It's somebody nobody else wants. And that's where it is. Or some guy that's 18 that, just wants to have a good time, and maybe he won't even do that. Okay? So get your act together. Yeah, it's a good idea to get whatever you need done, cosmetically, physically, but in truth, you have to work from within here. What is the next best step? What can I do to enhance my life? I don't want to live the rest of my life alone. And I saw women there very, very obviously displaying signs of frustration, physically displaying signs of frustration, and talking about it. And I asked, what can I do, Dr. Paul? And I said that. Well, that's a good idea. Can you live with that? What if there was somebody over in Russia that said, I really am looking to marry someone in the States, and one of the reasons I'm looking to marry somebody from the States is because I want to become an American citizen. I want out of here. How would you feel about that? That's one of the issues. They want out of there. They don't know you, but you're going to have to accept that. Now, rule number 1, and I'm going to have an attorney on here one night to talk about it, you will have a prenup agreement. Rule number 2, see rule number 1. Got it? Trust me on that one. That's critically important. And you let that person know before that person comes here, here's what's going to happen when you get here. We indeed may become married, but you are not going to cash in on me as a result of that and file suit against me for divorce and think you're going to clean up. That is not going to happen. And believe me, there are plenty of them out there who will, men and women both. So just keep your wits about you. But don't turn off the idea of having somebody who, hey, look, this is a country of immigrants. Somebody comes over here, somebody from South America, somebody from Mexico, Colombia, whatever. Hey, they like America. They want to be here. And if you're a reasonably attractive female in her 40s and you want to find somebody and you can't find what you want here, get on the computer. There must be sites out there that say foreignhusbands.com, something like that. I presume there must be. If there aren't, I'm sure after this program there will be plenty of them. But it's an idea whose time has come. There are too many ideas out there whose time have not come, nor will they ever come. But this idea is a time that's really come. And I felt, let me say this. I seldom, if ever, feel sorry for someone unless they have a real affliction. Oftentimes people bring things on themselves. But I did hear what many of these ladies had to say. I can't say I felt sorry for them, but I can say that I could feel their pain. And the reason I could feel their pain is because they didn't realize that sometimes the party's over. The party does stop. Oh, wow, I got divorced. I remember one specifically. I got divorced when I was 37, and it was party time after that. I had 2 kids, and they were in high school, and woo. How old are you now? 43. How's it working out for you? Not so good. I let 6 years slip away. Yeah, you did. 5 good years of your life gone. Did you have any idea? Well, I didn't really want to meet anybody. I just wanted to have a good time, have fun. And how's that working out for you now? It's not. Panicked. Upset. Concerned. I'm going to be I'm soon going to have, menopause. That's going to happen. And I don't want to go there, and I don't want to be alone the rest of my life. And it's just absolutely, it's a sad thing. It's very sad. So do something about it. Do something different. These people say, join a religious organization, meet people there. Well, maybe it's not your religion. Maybe that's not what you choose to do. Just use your motivation within yourself. Let's see how that works. Maybe I'll go, they have parties over in Europe to meet people. Maybe I'll go over there, South America, wherever it may be. You can do that. Planes fly in both directions. It's no big deal. You can go to another country and do well. Trust me. I've done that. Been there, done that. Okay? It works. And I really, really feel that this can be in your best interest, lady and ladies, because I know some of you are looking at me one-on-one saying, maybe he's right. Yeah, maybe he is right. He's right about a lot of things, isn't he? Yeah. Okay, well, he's right about this one, too. We're going to a break right now. This is Dr. Paul. We'll be right back after these messages.
Have a question for Dr. Tough Love? Call him live in the Tampa Bay area, 727-441-3000. Or you can call him toll-free at 886-826-1340. You can also send him an email at doc@askdrpaul.com. The Dr. Paul Show will be right back after these messages.